you, and welcome back to the 10 most common myths about the resurrection of Jesus. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Licona, and we're discussing these 10 most common myths. Today is myth number 2, which deals with pagan parallels in the mystery religions. How can it be that you have so many accounts of dying and rising gods and heroes within pagan accounts? Isn't Christianity just another example of this? Well, a lot has been said about this over the years, but today, virtually unanimous consensus of scholars who study the subject agree that virtually all of these possible parallels postdate the Gospels. So if anybody is copying off another, who is it? It appears that the pagans are copying off the Christians. Another thing we could say is that a lot of the examples that we find on the internet within these pagan examples are false. Like for the example, you find the common claim that Krishna was crucified and rose from the dead. And yet I remember talking to Edwin Bryant, at Rutgers University, a leading historian on Krishna, and he said there are no accounts, period, of Krishna being crucified or rising from the dead 3 days later. And so a lot of these are just mistaken things. A third thing we can say is that you've got to show a causal connection, that there is a connection between the parallels, because you can find parallels in virtually anything. You know, we're all aware of a plane that took off early one morning from Massachusetts and just after 9 a.m. flew into the tallest skyscraper, one of the tallest skyscrapers in the world in New York City, between the 78th and 80th floors, and killed everyone on board and many people working in the building at the time. Yeah, you know, of course, that is the B-25 that flew into the Empire State Building on July 28, 1945. What? You didn't know about that? Yeah, it really happened. But that doesn't mean that 9/11 didn't happen, although those details are so similar. So you can find striking details in a lot of different things, but you have to show there's a connection between them rather than just being freak coincidences. So if you want to learn more about the resurrection of Jesus, we have a self-study course that you can go through for individuals or groups, available for purchase at the link that you'll see at the bottom of this screen. That's myth number 2. Tomorrow we're going to be dealing with myth number 3, which is fraud. The disciples stole the body and lied about the appearances.